Well, friends, I welcome you all in this session on rectification of error. So, this sessions belongs to the students who wants to pursue Bachelor of Commerce. Well, friends, you all might be knowing that the financial accounting deals with the recording and maintaining monetary transaction of an organization. However, sometimes few entries might be incorrect. So there may be a possibility that while recording the transaction in the book of original entry or transferring the entry from journal to ledger, or there may be a chance of committing a mistake while making a balance in the journal, and then the balances need to be transferred to the trial balance. So during this whole process, the accountant may commit any sort of mistake, maybe at the time of recording the business transaction in the journal or posting them into ledger, making a balance or transferring the balance into ledger. Rectifications mean finding the error in the whole accounting process and correcting it by passing the rectified entry, which will help the students to make the correction. So dear learners, locating the error is one aspect, and once the error is located, then rectification of such error is another aspect. So here today we will discuss how the errors are located and how the rectification of error is made. Let us discuss the types of error. So basically there are two types of error which occurred at the time of preparation of financial statements. So let us discuss the error which affect only one account, or we can say the one-sided error. Omission of posting in a trial balance. So when we omit any sort of transaction or any sort of balance in trial balance, then the error of carry forward of balance. So dear learners, we have already discussed that there are ledgers where there are numerous transactions, and when that particular ledger is not confined in a single book, not confined in a single page, then the total of that particular page need to be carried forward to the next page. So if we commit a mistake while carry forward the balance from one page to another, is called error of carry forward of balance. Then error of casting and posting. So dear learners, when we need to close the accounts at the end of the financial year or accounting year, we need to make a total of the ledger account, and then that balance need to be posted from ledger to trial balance. So if we commit a mistake either at the time of casting or at the time of posting the balance from ledger to trial balance is called error of casting and posting. Then error which affect two or more accounts. It means two-sided errors. The error of posting in wrong account. Well friends, as we had discussed that error of posting in the wrong account. Say for example, if we bought goods worth rupees 1 lakh from Mr. Shyam, the correct journal entry that must have been passed in the book of original entry is purchases account debit to Mr. Shyam rupees 1 lakh. So we made a right journal entry, but while posting it from journal to ledger, we committed a mistake. So in the debit side of purchases account, we must write to Shyam account rupees 1 lakh, and in the credit side of Shyam account, we must write by purchases. Here in this journal entry, purchases account has been debited and the account of Mr. Shyam has been credited. So therefore, we need to write in the debit side of purchases account and in the credit side of Shyam account. So we wrote the entry in the debit side of purchases account, that is to Shyam account rupees 1 lakh, but while posting it in the credit side of Shyam account, what mistake we committed is that we posted in the credit side of Ram account. So instead of posting the same in the credit side of Shyam account, we credited in the credit side of Ram account instead of Shyam account. So here two accounts have been affected by this mistake. The Shyam account must have been credited, which was not actually credited, and the Ram account was unnecessarily credited. So therefore, in order to rectify this mistake, we need to debit the Ram account and credit the Shyam account. So this way we see that these are the errors which affect minimum two accounts. Then the error of principal. Yes, we have discussed that while making the journal entry, if we do not follow the principle of bookkeeping, we generally commit a mistake. Say for example, we bought a machine of rupees 5 lakh against cash. The right journal entry must be machine account debit to cash. But while making the journal entry in the book of original entry, what entry we made is that purchases account debit to cash. So instead of debiting the machine account, we debited the purchase account. So here the mistake has been committed, but this type of mistake cannot be revealed by the trial balance, because here instead of debiting the machine account, we debited the purchase account. So it does not make any difference if we debit the X account, Y account or Z account, because one account had to be debited and one account has been debited. So it will not be revealed by the trial balance. Then the next one is error of omission. So if we omit a particular transaction, maybe at the time of recording the business transaction in the book of original entry, or maybe at the time of posting from journal to ledger, then this type of mistake is also not revealed by the trial balance, since the error has been committed and again in this error two accounts are affected. So on the basis of rectification of errors, we can classify the errors into the following two broad categories, that is error not affecting the trial balance or error affecting the trial balance. Well friends, the errors need to be categorized in these categories because we can usually rectify the errors not affecting the trial balance by passing a rectification journal entry, while the errors affecting the trial balance affect only one account, and for these we cannot pass a journal entry. However, we can pass a journal entry only by opening a suspense account. So when two-sided errors are there, two-sided errors can be rectified by passing a correct entry. But as far as the one-sided errors are concerned, or the errors which affect the trial balance, these errors need to be rectified either by passing a journal entry with the help of the suspense account, or we can rectify these mistakes simply by putting a line on the wrong side, on the wrong journal entry, and correcting the same by writing the right amount either on the above of the amount or below the amount. Then the person who is rectifying this mistake need to put his initial. So dear learners, here as far as one-sided errors are concerned, the rectification of one-sided error depends upon the stage at which such errors have been committed. So if these errors have been committed before preparing a trial balance, then these errors can be rectified simply by putting a line and putting the right amount either on the left or on the right side of the wrong amount, and we generally make a circle of the wrong amount, and the person who is rectifying the error need to put his initial. Rectifications of error not affecting the trial balance or two-sided errors. Dear learners, these are the errors that affect two or more accounts simultaneously. Thus, these are two-sided errors. We can rectify these passing a journal entry, giving the correct debit and credit to the accounts, and then in order to rectify these errors, we need to cancel the effect of wrong debit or credit by reversing it and restore the effect of correct debit or credit. Now we will see how the two-sided errors are rectified by passing a journal entry, how to give the correct debit and credit to the accounts. See, first error, let us discuss the two-sided errors, rectification of two-sided errors with the help of the example. A credit sale of rupees 1080 to Anand was wrongly recorded in the sales book as rupees 1800. So here, well, dear friends, the right journal entry that must have been passed is Anand account debit to sales rupees 1080, because we have made the sales of rupees 1080 to Mr. Anand on credit basis. So the right journal entry that must have been passed in the books of the account is Anand account debit to sales. But instead of passing this right entry, what mistake we committed while recording the business transaction, that we made the journal entry Anand account debit to sales against 1800. The journal entry was passed in the right manner, but the amount was recorded wrong. So instead of 1080, the journal entry was passed against 1800. So here Anand was debited in excess by 720 and the sales was also credited by the same amount 720. So now, in order to rectify the journal entry, we can make the rectifying entry. Now what we will do is that we will credit the Anand account and debit the sales account. So the rectifying entry would be sales account debit to Anand 720, because the sales was credited in excess by rupees 720. Therefore, in order to rectify this mistake, we debited the sales account. The Anand account was debited in excess by 720. Therefore, in order to rectify the mistake, we credited the Anand account by rupees 720. So here we can put the narration: being sales of rupees 1080 to Anand wrongly recorded in sales book as rupees 1800. Then the second journal entry is a sale of rupees 500 made to Kamal was posted to the debit side of Kishore account. Well friends, you see here a sale of rupees 500 made to Kamal. So here the right journal entry must be Kamal account debit to sales. Was posted to the debit side of Kishore account. So here what mistake we committed while posting it from journal to ledger, that instead of debiting the Kamal account, we debited the Kishore account. So the wrong entry which was passed in the books of original entry was Kishore account debit to sales 500 rupees. So here Kamal account must have been debited, but Kishore account was unnecessarily debited. Therefore, in order to correct this mistake, the account of Kishore which was wrongly debited now need to be credited, and the Kamal account must have been debited. So therefore, in rectifying entry, we will pass the journal entry Kamal account debit to Kishore 500 rupees. So here, dear learners, because in this entry the problem was that Kishore account was unnecessarily debited. So in order to nullify the effect, we credited the Kishore account. Then the third one is sale of old machine to Ramu for rupees 600 was wrongly entered in the sales book. Sale of old machine to Ramu for rupees 600. So here the right entry must have been Ramu account debit to machine 600. But while making the journal entry, it was entered in the sales book. So the journal entry that was passed is Ramu account debit to sales. So instead of making the right entry Ramu account debit to machine, so here machine account must have been credited, but instead of machine account of sales was unnecessarily or wrongly credited. Now in order to nullify the effect, the sales account will be debited now, because the sales account was unnecessarily credited. So therefore, in order to nullify the effect, we need to debit the sales account to machine. So Ramu account must have been debited, and in the wrong entry also Ramu account has been debited. So there is nothing wrong as far as the account of Mr. Ramu is concerned. Only the problem is with the sales. Instead of machine account, the sales account was unnecessarily credited. Therefore, we had to debit the sales account while making a rectification entry. Then the next one is a credit sales of rupees 2000 to Sinha was wrongly passed through purchase book. A credit sales of rupees 2000 to Sinha. So here, when we make a credit sales of rupees 2000 to Mr. Sinha, the right journal entry that must have been passed is Sinha account debit to sales rupees 2000. But the wrong entry which was passed in the book of original entry was that we passed it through purchase book. So instead of sales, the wrong entry which was made here is purchases account debit to Sinha. So we make a journal entry that instead of making the credit sales to Mr. Sinha, we have made a credit purchase from Mr. Sinha, and the wrong entry was passed purchases account debit to Mr. Sinha. So here there is a double effect. Sinha account must have been debited by rupees 2000. So instead of debiting the Sinha's account by rupees 2000, it was unnecessarily credited by rupees 2000. So therefore, in order to rectify this mistake, we need to debit the Sinha's account by double amount, that is rupees 4,000. Purchase account was unnecessarily debited, therefore we need to credit the purchase account. To purchase account rupees 2,000, and the sales account must have been credited, therefore the sales account must also be credited. Then the next one is repairs to machine of rupees 400 was wrongly debited to machine account. So here the right journal entry which must have been passed in the books of account is repairs account debit to cash. But instead of debiting the repairs account, we debited the machine account, and the wrong entry which was passed in the books of account was machine account debit to cash. So here there is no problem as far as the cash is concerned. Cash account must have been debited, cash account must have been credited, and the cash account has been credited also. But the repair account must have been debited, and instead of repair account, unnecessarily machine account was debited. So therefore, in order to rectify the journal entry, repair account must have been debited, and the machine account which was unnecessarily debited now need to be credited in order to nullify the effect of such errors. So this is how the transactions are recorded in the books of the accounts. So dear learners, as far as the two-sided errors are concerned, we can rectify these errors with the help of the appropriate journal entry. The account which must have been debited must be debited, and the account which was unnecessarily credited need to be debited, and the account which was unnecessarily debited need to be credited while making the rectification entry. So this is how the rectification of two-sided errors are concerned. So this was the whole process of recording the business transaction in the books of the account as far as the two-sided errors are concerned, and these are the errors which generally do not affect the trial balance. So in order to rectify the two-sided error, we must be very particular, and we must follow a very strict pattern of rectifying such mistakes. That first we need to understand what should have been the right entry. This is the first step. And the second step is what actually the journal entry was passed in the books of the account. And the third one is rectifying entries. So in rectifying entries, we generally need to see which account must have been debited. So in rectifying entry, that account needs to be debited, and the account which was unnecessarily debited needs to be credited in the rectifying entries, and the account which was unnecessarily credited now need to be debited in the rectifying entries. So this is the whole process of rectification of two-sided errors. So I hope that this interactive session must have extend the full benefits to the students. With this, I extend my sincere thanks to all my students and learners who very patiently listened this lecture and got maximum benefit out of it. Thank you very much.